All right. Hi, y'all. I told you I would come to talk to you guys. So, you guys know I plan on doing future travel, and it's going to not just require me to fly because I could take cruises from Norfolk or Baltimore, Maryland, but they just have like the older ships. I like newer ships. So I plan on traveling a lot to either Miami or Port Canaveral. So yeah, that means I will be taking flights. So with this upcoming expense of me doing my car renewal, insurance renewal, I know that's gonna be probably over a little bit over 1,000. I'm like, Candace, we need to look at credit cards that's going to benefit you for future travel, airlines. So I looked at a couple, and okay, for me, if you guys know, even with the Hilton Honors credit card from American Express, I did that because I knew like the spend requirement I was going to meet. I think it was what, $3,000 between my car renewal, insurance renewal for the 6 months because I do pay it in advance in full, as well as the my medical expenses like my doctor visits and stuff like that. I knew I was going to meet that spend requirement, no problem. The thing is, I'm not going to put myself in a position of spending extra money just to meet a spend requirement for a welcome bonus. Not going to happen. So, Hilton Honors definitely helped out with that free night certificate and the 70,000 Hilton Honors points. I'm currently at like 111,000 Hilton Honors points. So that gives me like roughly 2 extra nights um, for stay. Depends on where I stay at and what type of room I get. But you guys know I am not fancy smancy. So if I do book a hotel in the future, I would be able to at least get two out of that. Um, so this time around, I'm like, okay, I got the hotel part of that handled, but flights. Now, flights could be costly. Excuse me, you guys see in my breakdown for the past two solo cruises, even though I'm not paying the full price of the airline tickets because I do have my BILT credit card that I pay my rent with, and I pay some other bills, but my main bill on that credit card, BILT credit card, is my rent, and I do get points for that. So if you guys are interested in that, free points for paying off your rent, yes, and there's no transaction fee, yes. My referral link is in the description box, but I appreciate that so much. So for flights, on top of that, I was using my BILT credit card. So my flights weren't like I wasn't having to pay fully out of pocket for the flights in my first solo trip, but I show you guys the actual price because I think it's important not to see just the out of pocket cost, but to know what the overall cost is, but then see how I was able to cut that cost down by using whatever, you know, additional things. In this case was my points on my BILT credit card. So I'm like, okay, BILT credit card is definitely good for flights. So I'm good on that. But I'm like, let's figure something else out, right? So let's have some other options. So your girl was looking around for credit cards, and man, these credit cards had spin requirements for these bonuses of like $3,000, five $5,000, and I'm like, and this is within like 3 months. I say, ain't no way. I came across the JetBlue. This is a JetBlue Plus card, I think it's called, and this one does have an annual membership fee. If you guys know, membership fees are not for me, but the benefits that come with that, you get, if you guys want to read on it, I don't have any of the information handy, but you get free check bags for I think up to 3 companions that's traveling with you. Priority, like boarding, I don't care about that. But then also, if you use JetBlue like vacations or whatever, you can get $100 back if you spend at least 100 on the JetBlue vacation packages or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that'll be cool because in the future, if I did have, and that's 1 credit per year. So you figure, if I were to book like a hotel for like 100 and let's say $150, right? I can get $100 back, and that's 1 credit per year, and the annual membership fee is 195 bucks. That matches, right? That takes care of it, as well as the check bag. I don't do check bags, but I think in the future I may do a check bag so I can put more uh more liquids in my bags versus, the carry-on. I think I do pretty good as is, but just in case. um but what else is there? Oh, and on your anniversary, you do get 5,000 points, which is equivalent to $50 for travel. So yeah. And then when you book um the travel, with the points, you do get some of the points back. So that's cool. Um, so yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good card. Now the other thing I looked at was seeing if what kind of flights go from my local airport, which is Richmond Airport, Richmond, Virginia, to Florida. I looked at Port Canaveral. I looked at um, Miami, as well as Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, or I forgot what it's called. But Fort Lauderdale, that one has a direct flight, as well as Port Canaveral has direct flights. And I'm like, okay. So that's another thing I took into consideration when I was looking at these. I'm like, Candace, I want to be able to take direct flights and not spend a whole day waiting for flights and layovers. I want to just go right there. So both of those, JetBlue has both of those locations. I don't think Miami is a direct flight with JetBlue from my location, but those two, Port Canaveral and um, Fort Lauderdale, is definitely, they definitely have direct flights, and the pricing of them are really decent as well. So yeah, and the spend requirement for this was really good. Only $1,000 in paying off the annual membership fee within the 90 days. So I'm like, I have my upcoming a car insurance, which I know is going to be over 1,000. Last 6 months, so back in December, it was like 1,500. Hopefully, it's around the same, if not a little bit less. We shall see. But I'm gonna meet that, and you guys know I pay off. I have money saved up for that in my savings. So once that hits the account, your girl's paying that off, as well as the $95 annual membership fee. Um, we'll see how long I keep the card for. We'll see, because I feel like the 70,000 points, JetBlue points, will give me like at least 4 or 5 flights. Yeah, probably. It depends on like the timing and things. Based on what I was looking at, the flights are like, let's say 7,000 points per way, and of course it depends on which one I choose. But I'm like, 7,000 one way, 7,000 back. That's 14,000 points, and I'm getting 70,000 points. And on top of that, when I use the points for booking a flight, I do get some of that back. So I feel like it may be a good thing. And let me tell you, the experience on JetBlue is good. Like, I like the seating. I'm a plus size girl. I feel like the seating is good. They give you snacks, like this most recent flight, right, to and from was on JetBlue to Port Canaveral. And they give you like in flight, it was only like a 2 hour trip, but they give you snacks as well as drinks like soda, water, coffee. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my go-to this going forward. The other one, when I had went down to my first solo cruise, that was United. And I'm like, oh, United seems really, really good. But to be honest, when I was in JetBlue, I really liked that a lot. So yeah, the seating and everything, and they have free Wi-Fi in the airplane, as well as movies um yeah, like movies. So next time I do fly, I have to make sure I have like an aux adapter so I can plug it in. But what else is there? So yeah, you guys, I'm like, let me get a credit card. Yes, I know there's an annual membership fee, and I said I would never do annual membership fees, but I feel like it's going to outweigh. And then on top of that, if like say for if I do book a hotel and I use the JetBlue Vacations, I can get $100 credit per year. So between all of the things that could come up, even with the annual membership fee, I'll make that back and some. So, yeah, you guys, I have future travel. Well, let me tell you this. I booked a a vacation for late next year. So, that's like in the second part of the year. So I'm going to be making smaller payments towards that. It's only like $400. But yeah, I booked that already, so at least I can start getting flights. And I'm going to talk to you guys about my feelings about cruising, because I like cruising, but then I don't like cruising. So I'm going to talk with you guys about that in a upcoming video, and you guys will probably understand where I'm coming from as well. But yeah, that's it in regards to my JetBlue credit card. I'm excited to have some flights that's going to be paid for without having to use my BILT credit card. My BILT credit card in turn can just keep accumulating points, or I can use that for hotel stays once my Hilton Honors points are used up. So yeah, I have options, you guys, and that's good. Seeing that now that my son is 18, I can leave. He can take care of the dogs. He has his own car. I feel good about, me doing stuff for me. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.